I'm Richard Clarke. I record these talks every day as a way to deepen my inquiry. Listen each day and deepen your own practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 579, Part 3. Questioner: is not jiva the reflected light, the I thought? Maharshi: he is also a jiva. Before it, also he is a jiva. One of them is related to the other as cause and effect. The sleeper jiva cannot be independent of Isvara. On waking, he says, I am the body. If all the worlds together form Virat, the body is a tiny dot in it. Thus, the body is in and of Virat. What belongs to the jiva then? Only the conceit makes him claim the body as himself, but not the others. He cannot be independent of Virat. Similarly, Isvara, the cosmic being, is prana, the individual being in deep sleep. Garbha, the causal subtle being, is Taijasa, the individual subtle being. Virat, the causal gross being, is Visva, individual gross being. Maya, causal ignorance adjunct to Isvara, is ignorance adjunct to jiva. And Brahman, cause, is jiva, the effect. They say that all these five groups should be unified. This they call the unity of the five. All these are only polemics. In this talk, the question is about the nature of the jiva, the individual self, as the reflected light, or I thought. Sri Ramana Maharshi addresses both the conceptual framework behind the jiva and the mistaken identification of the self with the body and mind. Ramana begins by acknowledging that the jiva exists before and after the emergence of the I thought. He explains that the jiva is not independent. It is tied to higher principles such as Isvara, the cosmic being, and Virat, the totality of creation. Upon waking, the individual identifies with the body and proclaims, I am the body. Ramana highlights that this identification is merely the result of the jiva's conceit and egoic attachment to the body as me. In reality, the body is just a tiny part of the vast Virat, which encompasses all creation. The jiva's mistaken claim of independence and ownership over the body is rooted in ignorance. To elaborate further, Ramana references a traditional framework that links different levels of existence to their cosmic counterparts. Isvara, cosmic causal being, corresponds to prajna, the individual being in deep sleep. Haranagarbha, the cosmic settled being, corresponds to Taijasa, the individual settled being associated with the dream state. Virat, cosmic gross being, corresponds to Visva, the individual gross being associated with the waking state. Maya, cosmic ignorance, adjunct to Isvara, corresponds to the ignorance that limits the jiva. Brahman, absolute reality, is the ultimate cause, while the jiva is the effect. These correlations illustrate that the individual jiva is inseparably linked to the cosmic order, just as the microcosm reflects the macrocosm. However, Ramana dismisses the intellectual exercise of unifying these five groups as mere polemics, meaning they are theoretical constructs that don't directly lead to liberation. The essence in his teaching lies in understanding that the jiva is a product of misidentification. The true self, pure, unchanging, and infinite, remains untouched by the body, mind, and the various states of waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. Liberation comes not through theoretical analysis, but through the dissolution of the ego and the direct realization as the self, as one with Brahman. So know yourself and be always free and at peace. In 40 verses on reality, Ramana Maharshi explains the nature of the self, the ultimate reality, and self-inquiry. My new book, with my comments and inquiry questions, opens these teachings up and brings them into your practice and experience. Available now from Amazon. Link in the video description. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment